Welcome and thank you for joining me in this talk about the Akashic Records. In the previous videos, we have seen that the Akashic Records are the storehouse of the memory of all that exists in the present and in the past, so to speak. And this means that having access to the Akashic Records allows us to reconnect to the wisdom of our soul. We receive answers to our questions, and we learn how to live on earth aligned with our soul purpose. Because our soul has a purpose when it comes back, or better, has multiple purposes combined together. And it has decided to come back on earth to fulfill these purposes. And the purposes are always about learning and integrating aspects of itself and to balance its own energy. At the soul level, there is no judgment. The soul doesn't judge an experience to be bad or good. For it, there are only experiences needed to integrate and to evolve. Our soul is part of the divine creation, and it contains it. This means that we are fragments of the divine creation. We are fragments of the big picture, and we conserve the whole picture inside of us. When we are born again, we forget very fast our origin and the knowledge of our plan, of our purpose. We begin to experience life as separate in order to be totally immersed in the experience of a dense body and a human mind. And we think, oh, this is the only way it is. We think that this is the only reality, the reality of matter, that we can live on. This is the stratagem our soul uses to apprehend and comprehend life on earth. It's only by passing through the experience as it was totally new that we can develop feeling of true empathy and compassion for ourselves and for the others, and so becoming very supportive people. It's the same difference between reading something on a book and have it tried on our own skin. Of course, we don't need to try everything in a lifetime, but we have several opportunities to be born in a human form so that our experience could be completed. This leads you to consider that the other, the so different from you, maybe is experience what you probably also have experienced in another lifetime. And this way of thinking encourages you to be less judgmental and more compassionate to the other people, because maybe they are acting from their dark side, as you also did before. They're not bad, they're just disconnected from the true nature of love. We all have dark side. Dark doesn't necessarily mean bad, just means opposite to light. And we are invited to see our darkness and accept it without judgment. We wouldn't judge the night for not being the day, wouldn't we? One is just the opposite to the other. That's it. Then, of course, we have always the option of the choice. We can choose where to go. This is our free will. We always have a possibility to change, always, even when we think it's not possible. Any great revolution, any great change in the world begins with a change inside, with a change in consciousness. If we really want to see this world moving from an ego attitude toward a heart-centered attitude, we must, and it's a must, work on ourselves. And this word work is not the right one because we still tend to associate work with effort and pain. Instead, what I'm talking about is an history of love, of self-love, which is effortless. Working on ourselves means to begin to feel the love in ourselves and direct it toward us, accepting who we are and at the same time feeling an honest, heart-inspired desire to progress, to illuminate our dark side. Our masters teach us to be always driven by the love in ourselves when we look into our shadow, and be very gentle so that love can flow and turn the shadow into light. Only when we truly love and accept us, we can love and accept the others, and so move from judgment and separation to acceptance and unity. Because we all really come from the same source. same source of love, and that's where we're all going to, we're all going back to. What I learned from my masters and guides, guardians of the Akashic Records, is that this life, and not another one, but this life, this same life is crucial. The time has come to go really towards a transformation of global awareness. And these are not just words. The old pattern is not working anymore, and there is an urgent need for a shift in consciousness. We have been prepared for this, and we agreed to come back in this same time to help. That's why we are receiving so much support for this change from our invisible fellows. And the possibility to read our own Akashic records is one of the greatest help they are giving us. And by accessing your Akashic records, you receive information. And most of all, you receive unconditional love. And you can feel it deep into your heart. And love is worth much more than the best words. Love comprehends, accepts, transforms, and makes you feel at ease everywhere and in peace. Wisdom is in us. We are masters of wisdom, but we don't know it, or better, we forgot it, because we are sleeping. We are sleeping in the dream of oblivion, forgetting our true nature, which is divine. And if we sleep, we are not living at our full potential. You are a goddess. You are a god. Learn how to connect with your divinity, the divinity in you, and let yourself be instructed by that divinity. You don't have to go very far. The Master is just in you, in your heart. Listen to your heart and stop paying attention to the constant requests of your ego. And when you experience the fragrance of the heart by contenting your higher self, your inner wisdom, you recognize whether it's the heart of the ego who is talking to you. This is what I've learned by opening my Akashic records on a daily basis. Your frequency changes. You become more gentle, more calm, more attuned to your true nature. Intuition comes more easily, and you start flowing into life, leaving aside that energy of struggling that is keeping you stuck exactly where you are. The perspective from where you are going to look into life change. You remember the big picture and start to wake up to your true nature and to recognize who you really are and why you came back here. You can do all of this by yourself, or better, by receiving guidance from your higher self, who knows you because it's you, in total independence from any external teacher, but receiving love and wisdom from your own heart, who is the only teacher and the only master at the end. A reading of your own Akashic records can be an extraordinary pleasant experience to begin to reconnect to your spiritual self and family, to tune in with your true desires and find your way home again. And receiving an initiation to read your own Akashic records is a graceful experience that helps you to receive better the guidance of your beloved masters and guides, a tool that can really change your life. And becoming a reader for the other people is the greatest support that you can give to contribute to the shift of global awareness, of global consciousness that is so needed now. I hope my words resonated in you and were of some help. And for any other questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at cristinavignato@gmail.com. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and many blessings to your life.